Penei Sewell may have been the most hyped tackle coming out of college, and there's a good reason for that. The guy's a very, very, very good tackle, and you already see that on tape. And he just finished his second season. To me, this guy's potential is through the roof. You see plays like this where he makes a smart block, takes a guy upfield, which allows the running back to kind of cut it underneath him. But then there's more advanced plays like this one, where Penei Sewell is going to slingshot a defensive tackle who is trying to get to the inside. And this isn't something that most tackles know how to do. Like, this play right here pops for 11 yards, and a big part of it is because Sewell is going to slingshot block a defensive lineman who's trying to jump to the inside. This is just a really, really nice job by Penei Sewell to cut off this defensive lineman, get to the inside of him, and basically beat this guy. In fact, if the running back were to look to possibly cut it back into one of these lanes, it would be open because Sewell has cut off the backside defensive lineman. And he did it using the slingshot technique. Again, it's not a very commonly used technique. Only the top tier guys do it. Like, Trent Williams does this all the time. Lane Johnson does this all the time. And Penei Sewell, in his second year in the league, already knows how to slingshot. That's a really, really nice block. Let's go ahead and get into the next rep. Sewell's going to have a simple down block here on this defensive lineman, but watch him move this guy out of there. Watch the power behind this block. And this play right here pops for 14 yards because Sewell does a really nice job getting that defensive lineman and really washing him out of there. It's just a nice, powerful block by the second-year tackle. That's what I like to watch right there. You got an absolute beautiful block here by Sewell. He's going to cut off the backside linebacker on this outside pitch. That right there is a really, really nice job. And the running back here scores a 17-yard touchdown. Now, here's the theme with some of these plays. This linebacker is kind of expected to pursue this from the backside, right? As these linebackers are going to flow to the right, technically number 53 should have been right there to make this play, right? As the running back here cuts this back to the inside, number 53 should have been right there. But because Penei Sewell cuts off number 53, the linebacker never has a chance. The linebacker has to go underneath this because Sewell does a really nice job getting over the top and sealing it off. This is what top tier offensive linemen do. They take the proper angles, they cut people off, and they know how to win. And it's very clear on tape. Penei Sewell knows how to win. I mean, just look at the angle that this guy takes getting out of his stance. All right, super wide angle to the right. He's going to run to a spot as opposed to run directly towards a guy. That's going to allow him on this play to get to exactly where he needs to be to cut off number 53. That's a top tier block right there by Penei Sewell. With that being stated, let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Check this rep out. Penei Sewell's going to pull and he's going to get out in front and lead block for the runner on this play. Just a really, really nice job. He's going to make contact with the linebacker and you see him take this guy way off the screen. And we'll switch camera angles and we'll go to the all 22 angle so you guys can see how much Sewell pushes this guy. You see Sewell here pull. You see him right here make contact with the linebacker. And from here, just watch how much he dominates this guy. And he takes this guy 20 yards all the way to the sideline. That's a really nice job. I think Penei Sewell out in space is a dangerous offensive lineman because he has really good footwork. He's very quick. He isn't scared of contact, obviously, as a tackle. Generally speaking, you're going to be bigger than those safeties and corners. But the guy dominates, and it's very, very clear on tape. And this is just what I like to watch right here, man. That's just a beautiful rep. Let's go ahead and get to the next play. Check this out. You got a zone run to the right. And watch the double team by Penei Sewell here with the tight end. And then watch him turn back up to this inside linebacker. And just watch how beautiful this play works. And it only works because of Penei Sewell. And the fact that he helps his tight end with the double team. He gets that guy out of there. Turns back to the inside. Running back cuts it right off of him. And you get 11 yards on this play because of Sewell. All right, these are some of the little things that I think people who don't watch tape don't necessarily see. Right, you see him get that right hand on the back of the tight end, and that's enough to help the tight end push that guy out of there. Right, you see that as Sewell kind of gets his hand on him and he helps push the tight end. He helps move those guys about another 2 yards to the side. And from there, this is great vision and processing to be able to see the safety right there. And of course, he's going to pick him up. The running back has that vision to cut it right underneath him. Just a really, really nice rep. If you guys watch Sewell, he has an inside reach on this defensive lineman. And watch what he does with his right hand. He's going to chop down and win this rep. I mean, this right here is just a different way to kind of win. We saw him slingshot earlier, and we saw him do a couple other things like take nice angles and those type of things to cut people off. This time, he's going to just chop down the hands and really just place his body to the inside. Again, there's a lot of different ways to win, and Penei Sewell kind of understands that in his game. And it's very, very clear that he understands how to win. This isn't typical of an offensive tackle to do, right? To chop down and win, right? Position your body to the inside, get the hands of that defensive lineman, and basically just remove his leverage, right? The defensive lineman wants to lock in with Sewell, and Sewell's going to basically snatch the hands down. And that's just a really nice shot, man. The way Sewell's able to win, it's definitely different, and it's definitely noticeable on tape. Alrighty, guys, check this rep out. Once again, Sewell has the inside reach on 72. But because 72 is lined up so far to the inside, he's going to do what we've seen that he can do, right? Once again, he's going to use the slingshot technique here to win this block. And again, this is just top tier stuff right here, because not every single offensive lineman knows how to slingshot properly. In fact, out of all the offensive linemen I watch, all the tackles, centers, guards, I'd say like 1% of guys, I've actually seen them do this. Right, and it may even be lower than that because this is not typical. But again, you see Penei Sewell do a really, really nice job, right? And it works perfectly on this play because 72 is slanting so hard to the inside, right? You can see him really mirror that guard who's trying to get up to the second level. And Sewell's going to grab on with the left hand. He's going to pull with the left hand, and he's going to push with the right hand. And because of that, that's enough to slow this guy down. It's going to turn him. It's going to throw him off balance just a little bit. And Sewell's going to be able to really slow him down and cut him off. Now, Sewell's not fully able to kind of get to the front side. He does run into, obviously, his own guys right there. But still, it's an effective enough block where 72 isn't able to blow this play up from the backside. Just a beautiful job, if you ask me. It's top tier stuff right here, man. I love watching this type of stuff, especially when you have a tackle with that type of processing, that type of mindset. It's definitely unique. Check this block out. Sewell's going to pull to the left and watch him get out there in space and just do a really nice job absolutely crushing the safety, throwing him out of there. And you see right here, this play pops for about 10 yards. Really nice job processing. You know, when he gets out of his stance here, he has the option to take this first guy, but he understands that because this guy slanted so hard to the inside that he's not going to be able to kind of get back and make the play, he lets that guy go right there. Right, so that's a really nice job understanding the concept, understanding the scheme. Right, this play is really meant to pop to the outside, not necessarily to the inside. So just a nice job recognizing and not picking that first guy up and then kind of getting to that next level defender. Play pops for 10 yards, so really, really nice job. Now, I wouldn't call this a full slingshot, but you can kind of see it within the block that he basically does the same thing again. He's going to initially double team with the guard. The linebacker comes super fast to the inside. Number 55 here is going to jump it to the inside, and you're going to see that the guard is going to want to get off and pick him up. Obviously, the two are watching 55, so if he goes to the left, Sewell picks him up. If he jumps to the inside, as you're going to see, which is exactly what he does, the guard picks him up. And in this instance, because 94 has the inside leverage on Sewell on this play, Sewell's going to pull him with the left hand. Right hand's going to go on the backside. He's going to push him upfield. That's enough to let the running back slip through there for 11 yards. 2nd and 3 here. So it's a nice job by Sewell once again. Just do things a little bit differently. We don't see these type of things all the time. So really nice rep right there. Let's go ahead and get to the next play. You guys, so if you watch this play right here, number 90 is playing really that long 3 technique. And Sewell has to get to the inside of this guy and cut him off. And he's going to do that. And in this play, the running back's actually going to cut it backside, and you see why these blocks matter. You see that the running back cuts it back to the inside, and the guy that Sewell is blocking isn't able to get there. And you see the running back picks up 15 yards on this play. But this is why these backside blocks matter so much, right? On these inside or outside zone plays, if your guys are able to cut off a gap to the left, as you see both the tackle and right guard basically do the same thing, that's going to allow those cutback lanes to develop. Right, so this is a very important concept, and you see Sewell do a really nice job getting to the inside right there of number 91. I think that's Fletcher Cox, and you see because he gets to the inside, Cox isn't able to kind of get back and make the play. Just a really, really nice job right there. Alrighty, guys, so at this point, we've seen a whole lot of run reps, and now we're going to switch over to the pass reps. This one here is technically a pass. It almost looks like a run based off the design. But it is a quick screen, and Penei Sewell does a really, really nice job. I love the fact that he sells this to the inside really well, and then he's able to quickly shift back to the right. And then he finds a linebacker, makes really nice contact, and just like that, you get 12 yards on this play. But these are the little things that I think people don't realize with Sewell, and why I think he's such a great tackle. You know, a lot of tackles are good at run blocking, a lot of them are good at pass blocking, but not all of them can do the advanced things, not all of them can get out in space, and the way the Lions use Sewell, not a lot of guys can do that, right? So those are the things that really separate him from the other tackles in the NFL. So last season, Penei Sewell played over 1,100 snaps. He only gave up 2 sacks and 6 quarterback hits. The guy was an absolute monster, and you see it on tape over and over and over again how great this guy is. You see him here get out of his stance, really nice set, very consistent, very explosive, right? And that's the first thing you notice right away. Like, his first 2 steps are incredibly quick, they're incredibly fast. He gets set faster than the defensive end's able to kind of get there, and from there he just makes really, really nice contact. And you'll see, we're only going to probably go over like 5 plays, but the guy's a very, very consistent in pass pro. I absolutely love the fact that the Lions got this guy. And it's interesting because a lot of people didn't think he would be able to go from left tackle over to right tackle, but the guy's done it, and he looks incredible. So it's a nice rep right there. Let's go ahead and get to the next play. Another really nice job he's going to get in a 45-degree set. Again, he just explodes out of his stance, gets there, makes really nice contact. He has very, very strong hips, and you can see how he kind of absorbs contact. You see this guy basically get fully into the bull rush, and Penei Sewell barely moves. Like 55 gets his helmet, and he fully goes into Sewell, and you can see Sewell absorbs it really nicely. His hips are low. He has a really nice base, and you see on this play, he just anchors down and basically shuts this guy down. That's a top tier move right there by Penei Sewell. That's a nice throw and catch too, as you guys can see. But again, by Penei Sewell, just a really nice rep. 45-degree set, very explosive, very consistent. He gets that half-man relationship established faster than the defensive end can get there. And that happens when you have a guy who has very quick footwork, right? And you see the very first 2 to 3 steps as he gets out. You see the first step there, second step, third step, fourth step, and he's there. Like, you know, to me, this is perfect. It's exactly what you want to watch. And there's a reason why he only gave up 2 sacks. You know, to be 100% honest, I don't think there's anything to really watch with Sewell. You know, some guys struggle anchoring, some guys struggle with certain things. This guy doesn't. He's just a top tier tackle, and there's a reason why he was the 7th overall pick. There's a reason why he had that hype. I mean, what he does against guys like Josh Allen, what I saw him do against guys like Hassan Riddick, Matthew Judon, Michael Parsons, like, it is top tier stuff. I mean, the guy's a really, really good football player. Now, again, as I mentioned, there's not a whole lot to look at with this guy in pass pro. He's very consistent. But we can watch some of his snaps against Michael Parsons, who I think is the best defensive player in the NFL. And you can see that Penei Sewell basically shut him down, right? In their one-on-one matchups, Parsons did win 1 or 2 reps, but they weren't reps that led to sacks or anything like that. You know, sometimes as a defensive end, you may win a rep, but because the play is like a quick 3-step drop, you may not get the actual pressure or anything like that. But you can see on this play as well, Sewell does a really nice job once again. Gets out there super quickly. I mean, look at how fast he covers ground. First 2, you know, his first, second, third, and fourth step, and he's in position. And Parsons hasn't even really started to get out of his stance. I mean, that's a top tier pass set. And I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video. I know I'm just talking about kind of looking at this guy and how consistent it is, but what Penei Sewell did against Parsons, as well as a bunch of other tackles, it's definitely different. He definitely stood out this past season. And I think the case could be made that Penei Sewell is the best overall tackle in the NFL. Not just right tackle, but overall tackle. I think you can make that case. And if you don't want to make that case right now, I think by the end of his 3rd season, there's a good chance that Penei Sewell is going to be considered the best tackle in the NFL. The guy's special. The Lions got a good one. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're going to be following the Detroit Lions this season. We'll be doing a lot of offensive line content. And we'll be looking at some of the younger players, some of the rookies, and those type of things. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.